Alright, what's up, y'all? Alright, we're going to get into this video. The nickel double A gap blitz. Alright, my base setup for this blitz is to play cover 3 cloud show 2. Now, I've been labbing this ever since the patch, which was last week. I was about to put out the video last week, and then the patch hit, and it did change the way that I have to you have to do this blitz. The running back will now react to your man coming in. Even the center, the center's a little sharper also. The center's a little sharper straight from the beginning. And what I did was I went to lab and tried to figure out how they fixed it, okay? Now, you'll notice, if you're looking at this video right now, you'll notice how the sensor is taking that one blocker, all the way out, like past the lines. All right. Now, that was a 3-man blitz with a quarterback contained. The reason why I did stop it initially because I saw that the guard had actually come with me. Oh yeah, it was a play action. That's what happened. It was a play action. Now, you always have to watch on this play. You have to watch the play action on this play because the play action will suck you into that center. All right. But nowadays, since they fixed the patch, it seems like anybody that's in that A gap in between the center and the guard, they kind of get sucked up into the center. All right. And this is something, it won't happen all the time, but it will happen. Like when you really need it the most, like on the 3rd and 17 or something like that. And when you need it the most, it will happen. So that's one thing you have to be aware of. So what I do on this blitz, instead of being very close like I used to, I pull that linebacker just a little, just off the scrimmage, so he won't get caught up by that play action. And you'll notice if you pull them right off the line of scrimmage and they do a play action, if you get around that center, that's a sack. So there's a cat and mouse on the play action. But anyway, here's the setup right here. All right, you just put the other linebacker into a blue zone. You can do whatever you want with that right defensive tackle, and you're going to be using that right outside linebacker. He's usually going to be the linebacker on the left side. You can do it from both sides, but I just got so used to using the left guy. It doesn't even matter if the place flips or not. You use that left guy. He usually will get in there. You'll see on that play, it didn't actually work. Goodness, what in the world? Oh yeah, I brought 3 power. Yeah, I was trying out something. Okay, now you see, sometimes I can do a variation with that. You see how I brought the safety on that blitz right there and put him in a contain. But you'll notice how many people are blocking on this play. Like 7, maybe 8. Yeah, it looks like an 8-man block rush. But look how all 4 of them are occupied by this one player right here on that. Now, the rest of them kind of get in there late, but there are a variety of ways on how to run this. But the base setup, like I said, is having that guy, the middle linebacker, having him on that blue, and then you want to QB contain, and that's really about it. From there, you can make all the adjustments that you want from there. Now you see right there that was an actual play action, and I got around the center and made the sack. If you can get around that center on a play action, it's usually going to be a sack. Now, a lot of times I kind of switch up what I do with the defensive tackle. Like sometimes I put that defensive tackle, I put him in a QB. I'll put him in a QB spy. You can put him in that that yellow zone. If you put him in the yellow zone, he'll zone over there on the right side. If you put him in a deep zone, he'll zone to wherever the linebacker that you're controlling is. He'll basically switch and take that spot. And that's important when it comes to certain things, because if you want that switch, that's been the key to running these blitzes. The switch. You can tell. Anyway, that's the key to these blitzes. Sometimes it's the switch. Right there wasn't no switch, but looks like he came straight in. It depends on how many people are blocking. Right now, the 7-man block is it's harder to get the blitz off versus a 7-man now, because the running back has become aware of your man, not unlike previous before. So that's why it took me a while to come up with something new that's going to get it. But then you let stuff, when you let that go, you let stuff like this enter into. So I've been discovering why the center and the running back are working just a little bit different in this patch. And I did figure it out. Anytime I'll see this type of combination route with the quarterbacks directly on the center and that running back run. If you see that route, you have this every time. And you notice that tight end right there? He's in that little offset tight end package, and he's blocking. That's perfect, because you already know that a lot of people are going to run that tight slot. They're going to run that tight slot. They're going to run gun bunch, and that's the exact same setup that you want. Now here, I got some gameplay in here. You also have the ability to back out of the blitz if you see that it's not there. And I've been catching a lot of people off since the patch with just coming up. I can make the Marcus Ware run into somebody, then bring him back, and a lot of times I'll catch somebody off guard because they think that the blitz is in, he's going. You see how fast he had to throw that pass. He threw it right into where I was at, because he was really anticipating me getting in there really fast. All right, and this is where the cat and mouse and stuff comes in, because you can do different stuff. You'll notice that the blitz was a little different that time. I actually didn't come with the blitz. I backed up off of it. But that's the beauty of this. You can run it. You can run that base setup, and you can use. See, this time it looks like I'm going to bring that safety in for that QB contain, and I put all the other linemen on the right out on the pass coverage. Now, I want you to notice something on here. All right. When you do that play right there, you put all of the 3 linemen on on the pass coverage, on the zone or something like that. If they run the ball, everybody's going to fall. Your whole line is going to fall down if they run the ball. All right? So you always have to be aware of that. Like I said, this is not I'm kind of glad that they made it like that, where you can't just run pass plays against, pass defense against against a running play or a stack run, because it was starting to get really outrageous. And now, since I've discovered that, now that has happened, they did do that in the patch, I can now actually get a lot of my runs off. Cause I see them people with the double contained linebacker, double contained QBs, and if I was really playing real football, there is no way in the world I'd be able to let them run this on me exactly. But this is Madden, so hey, we can't talk about real football and Madden in the same sentence. All right. Well, anyway, that's the setup. Just remember, there's no baseline, no messing with the linemen, none of that. Just come out, put that right linebacker. He's usually going to be like the middle linebacker. But that right linebacker, you put him on the blue so he can cover the middle of the field. You can put that defensive tackle on that right side on anything you want, basically anything you want. Like, there's a variety of things that I do. It depends on what I see the player doing that I put him on. Now, you're going to see this play right here. Somebody, boy, they caught me with one. I can't even remember exactly what happened on that play. But I know I was definitely in the wrong defense. Okay, so since I did notice that he did that, okay, kind of switched it up. Almost with the same setup. But just a little delay. Instead of just coming straight in, I just put a slight delay. And he didn't run it. He didn't block his running back on that play. So that also gave me an advantage. Now, I'm going to do it again. I think I had the safety coming in this time, or the corner. One or the other. Oh, both of them, safety and the corner. But this play, it's hard to get away from this. He did it some kind of way. Oh, yeah, it's Michael Vick. Yeah. You see a lot of Michael Vick. All right, but anyway, that's how you run the defense, all right? Hey, later on, I'm going to be, later this week, probably starting on Monday, in fact, I'm going to start going on Twitch and streaming from Twitch. My Twitch is DarkCityLegend 1 on Twitch. I'm a DarkCityLegend 1. I'm also DarkCityLegend just on here on PlayStation. You see it on my name on the YouTube. It's the same as the game, all right? I'm not hiding from anybody. If anybody wants to play, you can be welcome to friend me and ask for a game or whatever. No, I'm not afraid of nobody. But here's my blitz, okay? Like I said, they did a lot of tuning up, so it's nowhere near as consistent as it used to be. It's still deadly, but most of the time, if it gets blocked, you're gonna leave the person wide open if you can't get any pressure from this play. And trust me, I run this a lot. I mix it in with my 4.6, which is also being affected by the patch. It's being affected in a couple of different. Boy, I would love to do another video on that 4.6 blitz though, because due to the fact that they patched it, they kind of brought it back to how it was last year. Now we can just run that safety straight through on the opposite side of the blitzing linebacker. I mean, just straight through the A gap. I just put them right, maybe 3 yards off the line, and just run them right through. Like, that's the. They kind of made it back to last year's a little bit, but that's why I've been playing the game for years. I mean, like, I had the very first Madden, like for Sega Genesis. All right. And trust me, I was a beast back then. Before they started going online, I was trying to figure out how they was going to, I couldn't wait for it to go online. 2003 it went online, and I think it was over from then. 2003, man. But if I could face, I always play with the Cowboys. Anybody know me? I play with the Cowboys. I'm always with the Cowboys. Dallas Cowboy, everything. The uniforms, the playbooks, the players. And I'm rolling with Dak Prescott, that 81 Prescott, until they find another one, until they upgrade him to something else. I always roll like that. All right? You don't have to worry about asking what playbook, what players, what plays, whatever this and that. It's always going to be Dallas Cowboys. All right? Even at the tournaments, everybody's shocked when I come in there and I pick the Cowboys. Everybody's got the Atlanta Falcons. Yeah, I run with the Cowboys every single time. That's my MO. All right? Anyway, y'all, enjoy this. Have fun with it. Just do what you want. Y'all take care. Peace.
That was second down throw for Vick. He cannot get away. Down goes Vick to Marcus.